I would say on the fun scale, this car's right up there. It's, really close to a 10 out of 10.
Dream, search, drive. Cars.co.za.
Keep your adventure alive, because when it comes to finding the right part at the right price, there's just no place like Midas for the love of cars.
Hi, I'm Greg Parton and I'm driving a GR Yaris. This is a car that I've had loads of fun in. I own some really nice sports cars, but I reckon as a daily driver and as a sort of weekend track day car, this GR Yaris takes a lot of beating with its four-wheel drive, limited slip diffs, front and rear. It's got a really capable 1600cc turbocharged engine. And of course, we haven't been happy with a standard car, so we've spent the last 12 months or so upgrading and uprating a lot of things on the car. We've managed to get the power up close to 350 kilowatts with the usual accessories, bigger turbos, intercoolers, etc., injectors. We've done the suspension, made the car a little bit lighter, got polycarbonate windows right round, the lithium battery, rear seat delete, full titanium exhaust system, which is very, very light and performs well. So we've got a nice little weekend track day weapon and a car that you can really have a lot of fun in and around town. The gearbox is a really nice sequential gearbox that comes from Czechoslovakia, from a company called Kutuk. And it's a 7-speed instead of a 6-speed, so you have that extra gear, so you have a little more RPM in between gears, which is really nice on the track. And you have those lightning fast sort of millisecond gear changes, which are really, really fun and easy. Well, my racing career started with a 924 Porsche, which I raced for a number of years. We then went to KTM Crossbow, which we spent a lot of time upgrading and making fast. We managed to do a 1-minute flat around Swartkops with that car. And then, about 6 years ago, brought in a really nice Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo and raced that. That I sold at the end of the season last year, and the idea is now just to have some fun with the GR Yaris. Once we started importing the various upgraded components, I brought the car down to Steve at Desi's, and he fitted the parts and tuned the car beautifully. We put in a Motec system, which has really helped us a lot with regard to tuning the car, and Steve's done a fabulous job. So the nice thing about this GR Yaris is it's still streetable. I drive it to work and home, and just have a hell of a lot more fun getting to work and home than your average commuter, because it really can get through the traffic quite nicely. So if I get to work, or if I return home and I haven't got at least one middle finger from a driver out there, then I know I haven't been driving it fast enough. Most of the weight saving has come from the polycarbonate windows. The lithium battery saves 14 kilograms. The titanium exhaust system with the decat is about 15 kilograms. And then the rear seat delete is about another 12 or 13 kilograms. Yep. So we've managed to reduce the weight from about 1280 standard, and we're getting close to a sort of 1200 kilo flat. The base model is a really accomplished car. When I came to Desi's with the car last year, as a stock car with just a set of semi-slicks on, we did 124s around Desi's, and with all the mods and slicks, we're down to 118s. So, you know, 124 from a standard car around Desi's is a really, really good time. The idea was always to have a street car that I could have fun on the track with. And so I've tried to avoid going for full race suspension, which would definitely make it faster at the track, but would compromise the comfort on the street.
I'm Steve Clark from No Sweat Racing. Greg bought me the Yaris when he bought in a whole lot of parts for it, and we started with a turbo kit which he got from Gollabees. We did the ECU at the same time, so it was basically the turbo kit and the ECU. We did flex fuel at the same time. We you know, obviously bigger injectors and all of that. Did the tune, and we found that it was starting to float the valves when we turned the boost up. You know, we got it up over 2 bar and it just started to fall a bit flat, so we knew we were floating the valves there. So the next step obviously was to get valve springs, which we then decided just to get a set of cams and springs at the same time. We did that next, and you know, the car ran very well. I mean, it's actually quite surprising that we can do so much with a motor that's basically untouched, you know. I mean, it was really a tight little package there. The next step after that was clutch and gearbox. So Greg brought that gearbox in, and we fitted that. Obviously all the suspension goodies along the way, you know, and that's as it stands now. You know, there's not too many engines of that size that you can do what we've done to that don't, you know, explode in a million pieces. You know, it's really is strong. Yeah, we've kept the boost down a bit. I mean, you know, it'll go up to about 2.1 bar. That's obviously with ethanol. You know, it's running flex fuel, so Greg can just put the ethanol in when he wants it and puts pump gas in as and when. You know, doesn't really matter what mixture it runs. But obviously the ECU will trim everything, and you know, on pump fuel we're running about 1.4 bar boost. Yes, well, yeah, it was a little bit of a tricky tune. I mean, obviously with the, you know, it's got direct and port injection, and there's quite a lot of stuff that you need to attend to in the maps, and you know, it's not straightforward. But yeah, I mean, the Motec is a really good system to tune, so you know, it helps. The fuel pump, I mean, we had to do something on the pump. I mean, you know, unfortunately it's really tight in the fuel tank, and from experience, you know, when these tanks are like that, you know, you don't want to play there, because you can end up with a lemon. So I just decided, look, Greg, let's just get a surge tank and get the right thing. I mean, the radium engineering stuff is just so nice, you know. It's worth spending the money, just get the thing. So we got a surge tank in, and if I'm not mistaken, we got about a 540 litre per hour pump in there. It's plenty. Yeah. So the intercooler, you know, they sold that whole kit with the intercooler. So it came with the plasma and intercooler. It's a G25 Garrett turbo. Otherwise, you know, the only cooler that we've added is an oil cooler, because the engine oil was getting quite warm around the track. You know, pounding around lap after lap, the oil temperature just went up too high.
Yeah, just a fun, capable car that handles incredibly well.
Cars.co.za.
Ladies and gentlemen, a momentous occasion in the history of Cars.co.za. We are rolling out a completely new smartphone app. You'll find it in the Android App Store, the Apple App Store, and the Huawei App Gallery. So next time your app updates, you should see a completely new interface. We'd love to know what you think about it, so let us know how the app has been in the comments below.
Keep your adventure alive, because when it comes to finding the right part at the right price, there's just no place like Midas. For the love of cars.